Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shim! 22, jet, cover. 22.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
He's checking.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Check right. Second and 11 at the 41-yard line. 52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm coming.
Second and 11. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready? 3. 70 ending. 3. Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard. line.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. Watch twist. And the Colts first down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Third down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Mike 10. Get ready. 36. Check 52.
They'll look to throw here. It's Hill, complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Go! The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Change the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
They'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
53, Mike. Coming. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. 15 on it. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Check 30 seconds.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. Mike 52.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Check 52's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's go! Go to base! Yeah, that's what I do. Bang, 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 bang. Check, 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 check.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Check the backer, check the backer.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Like 52.
2nd and 9 now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, let's get there. Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Go. Watch the screen. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. You're trapped.
They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
3 down. 24 is the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. 24 is the mic. Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's checking crack. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now back to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Let's put that team on the bus. 56, right there, 56. Watch the slant. Check. Fresno. Check. Lucky. 66. Bullet. Ha.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys.
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He sets to... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, switch gears. Whip.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch right.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Check, 50,
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, it's Robinson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Again, it's Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's going to take it, and this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo. 5'2" is the Mike. Mike 5'2", Mike 5'2".
Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking to run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll run again here with Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll go with a keeper.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, here we go. 49, check 49, check 49.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Check 24.
2nd and 3. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. This is caught. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And caught by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 10, Mike 10. Let's go, defense. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Watch the run, watch the run. Jim. Alert 3, alert 3.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.